Woo. First. Hello and welcome. Here you'll house things. Hi lads. Naughty.
It's Friday, it's 7 o'clock, it's stream time. Hello everybody and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Of course we are in Age of War Chapter 4, so the final chapter of this age. Hello to everybody who's already here, good to see you, hope you're well. And we'll get cracking in just a moment. This of course is the current bazaar if anybody hasn't seen it as of the time of this stream on today the 12th, this is the current bazaar that's available. Usually like to leave that on for a minute or two just for people to have a look at. So yeah, how is everybody? Good to see you.
Off shopping with wife for groceries in a bit.
Oh, fair enough. Well, nice of you to pop in and say hello. So, yep, that is the bazaar. There we go. That's better, isn't it? That's the picture we want. Yeah, so tonight, what I thought we would do is, we will carry on a little bit more of Chapter 4 on here. We'll just have a bit of an explore again. Talk about the hotfix, which we did get on Thursday. See what's been fixed, what hasn't been fixed. What's now broken that wasn't broken, or what's still broken.
I'm resting today.
See what people are finding. Do a bit of exploring. We'll take Dylan's here with us on my right, or your left on the screen it would be. We'll leave...
broke toggle sprint WTF Funkin.
Yeah, I'm a bit thingy with that with the toggle sticks. It's a bit... And interacting with all the menus, having to use them to go across to the middle menu and then across to the right again. And what's that old saying? If it ain't broke, why fix it? Excuse me. Yeah, it's taking a bit of getting used to that with the controls. So yeah, we'll take Dylan here with us. We'll leave Leah here in charge of the wonderful palace that we have. So if I just spin you round a second. Gonna go a bit of a weird screen with the character, you can't really see. If I stand up, there we go. So yeah, we'll leave Leah here in charge, we'll take Dylan here out with us, but before we go, I'll give you a little tour of the palace, which is the latest addition to our server. I've been building this over the past few days and having to tweak it.
That toggle thing makes my hands hurt, not fun.
Sort of tweaked it and changed things around a little bit, but now it's just about complete. And Jem came in and had a look and just checked the decor with me, and we seem to be happy with it. Yeah, I agree. The left toggle, especially the having to press down for sprint, it does hurt after a while. That. So yeah, I do agree with you on that one. It's definitely not good. So this is the throne room of the palace, if you will. We can go out here, and it's open to any visitors on the server. Obviously people can come and have a nosy. We've got our little host at the front there. If we look down in this room on this side, we've got some training going on. Then we've got some different people in here doing their different training routines, depending on what they're training for. And then if we go across this other side, the books do actually seem to be, so excuse that knock, the books do actually seem to be glitched at the minute. Yep, some more
Evening
people
labs, evening chat.
doing some studying. Angor, good evening, good to see you. Hope you're well, sir. Nice to see you. And yep, some more people learning there. Yeah, these bookshelves that you can place individually on the wall in different slots, they seem to be, sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not, which is a bit weird. But yeah.
Hi Angor.
So then if we go up here, we go up to the, if you will, residential suite. These two rooms were actually designed by Gaming with Gem. She did actually fit these out with the items that are in here, so we've got her to thank for the decor and design for everything in here. So this is one room, and it's got a Jack and Jill bathroom that I'm kind of using with my display stands in here just to keep some armor sets on, so I know where they are.
Here Bilana Angor, hope things are well.
Rex, good to see you. Welcome on in. And yeah, again, this is the other room. Most of you by now will recognise this bed. This is the bed from the battle pass that you can get. Pretty smart looking. Pretty nice. Nice wooden double bed. Nice detailing on it. And then obviously we come back down to the front. This is actually on the little hill. You'll recognise that place just across there. This the summoning place. And if I just run down here a minute and then turn around.
Thanks. BK2 is back out for sale. All fixed.
You can kind of get an idea there. We've got a gate at the end there for the stable for the horses to get in and out. It's up on the little hill just to the side of, what's it called? Thugra. And opposite, as I say, opposite the summoning place, which is just there. So yeah, for those that have just joined, we just said at the very, very beginning, in case you didn't hear, today I think we'll do a bit more on here. Just kind of have a bit of a play around, have a look at things, talk about the hotfix, see what's been fixed, what hasn't been fixed, or what's now broken that wasn't broken. Kind of catch up with people, see what people are thinking of Chapter 4 so far. Are you still playing? Have you give up with it? What do you like? What don't you like? Maybe do a dungeon.
What a mess.
But yeah, there are certainly a few bits that are a bit, especially with all the new control situation. And I don't, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with this UI, because all of a sudden now on the right hand side you've got even more squares on there. And if that's their answer to making it bigger for people to see, then I'm sorry, but that's just a poor excuse for a fix, because what's the point of that now? All they've done is make that list bigger and the blank box underneath it smaller. They've not stretched it out or anything, and they haven't touched the other side. I don't know.
Harvest.
I just don't know. So we'll get. Oh, where's she gone? Oh, she's that ready for combat. She's sprung out of a chair. Did you see that? She's that ready for action. She flew out of a chair. She's in the black and white Delancey because that was her original armour style that I had on her. The colours that were on that I've kind of transferred over to this because this is the Stygian. What's it called? Can't remember what it's called. It's the very first armour set that you get at the start of the battle pass, so we give her a different styled look. So we've got our good old faithful Delancey coming with us today. I'm still rocking the incredible cape, of course. Now in a slightly different colour in this version. I do still have the white version, but this is another version, kind of mixed with a bit of blue and purple, and a bit of white, and then the other version.
The Berserker at Tay-Mounts can only do 3 damage to the Cimmerians up there.
What? 3 damage. Whoa. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, so with the kit this time, instead of doing the original kilt as it's called, I've used the other piece this time. So it's kind of like the what we would call trousers
Flushed face.
skirt kind of thing for a different colour, and it's still the purple and the white. That's actually perfect now, right on cue while we've got the night time. One thing I do like, or that I am happy with, shall we say, that at least they're fixed. How do my ducks? Good to see you. Nice job on your new little Purge base, or the little cattle base where they all get stuck in the middle. I was watching that the other day. I like how you've done that. Get them all bottlenecked in the middle and just, yeah, no chance. Really cool. I said it before and I'll say it again. If you want to know about the Purge, then Mr. Howdo Gaming is your man. He knows all the tricks of the trade with that one. So if you want to know anything about the Purge, go check him out. If he don't know it, it probably ain't worth knowing. But yeah. Probably not going to get attacked moment because I'm too close to a base at the moment. But what I was going to say is the were hyenas that were attacking at night. Certainly on PS5. I don't know about PS4, Xbox,
about cooking dinner, so we'll be slow to answer.
or PC. No, yeah, perfectly fine. Dinner's got to be important. Yeah. When we were saying about the were hyenas being bugged, here he is, right, he's just knocked the Lindsay over. Oh, and he knocked her through the map a minute. What's going on? Why are you not? Alright. Have they seriously broke? Oh no, there we go, now she attacked him. I don't know why she was being a bit slow there then. Maybe I've got her on defensive so she's only guarding me. But as you could see then, one thing that has been fixed, which is good, which needed to be fixed for definite, these guys are now safe to be around, so if you've got guards outside your bases or your buildings or whatever, you're perfectly fine to have them there now. Because these guys, they'll still go for your followers, but your followers will now attack them. And they can actually be seen, so that's one little fix that has actually been done that is really good. Be it only a small one, but it's a big issue to some people, because it was very concerning, the fact that, you know, especially on official servers, people could lose followers just by somebody running past their base and that were hyena being summoned, and then it just killing everything. So yeah, please do feel free to share your enjoyment or dislike to things that you like. How bad was it for you before the hotfix? Has it got any better? Is it just the same? Has the hotfix made things worse? Do feel free to obviously chat amongst yourselves and do share with us, and good or bad, we don't mind, because we're all here to share what we think, aren't we? So do feel free to discuss it. Do we think it was any good of a hotfix, for one thing, with what's been done? Is there anything they could have done differently? Anything they'd like to see done differently?
My only issue is the sprint problem.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like if I press it now, I've got to hold my left toggle stick down, I've got to push it down, push it forward and push it down to sprint, and yeah, that is making my thumb ache.
Rumors that thralls took damage from falling.
Thralls take damage from falling. I haven't heard that one. Is that just since the main update, or is that since the hotfix on Thursday that seems to be happening?
even worse when you have carpal tunnel syndrome. Bigushi.
Oh
Main update.
god.
Been working on a new vid, and they seem to have broken the siege pots.
Oh. This is what we just can't ever seem to get our heads around, isn't it? They seem to fix one thing and break another. And I know it's difficult because obviously we're not game developers, we don't have the first clue about developing a game and what's
Didn't
involved,
even know
but
there was a hotfix already.
yes, there was. It came out on Thursday. Yep, Thursday the hotfix was. I didn't even realise it was going to be out myself. I thought it was possibly Friday, but it seemed to come out Thursday. And as we were saying, so one of the good things to come out of that is obviously that the were hyenas are now fixed. Not these guys, obviously. So now they don't attack your NPCs, and your NPCs all stand there ignoring them like they're doing nothing.
Hotfix equals half-assed.
more like a lukewarm fix, isn't it? Shall we call it? Instead of a hot fix, we'll call it a lukewarm fix because it's kind of helped in some ways and caused more issues in others. It's frustrating for everybody, I can imagine, but I don't know about other fellow content creators, but it's certainly more of a headache for us because not just that it's more work that we've got to do, but it makes our content difficult to make. So if things don't work right, how can we show it off properly? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Not really too sure what to think, to be honest.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
He's still a bit Dylan's, This is all still the same, obviously, apart from these guys seem to now have moved. I don't know if he's supposed to be up there looking over there, but obviously now doesn't have the box on him to interact with him. There was 4, I think, at one time, but there only seems to be 2 now. There's that guy there, and then this guy here. Who seems to be, I don't know, rummaging like he thinks he's looking for something, but they're obviously now doing what they were supposed to be doing. But yeah, this is still... Oh yeah, this guy's still here as well.
So frustrating as we can see the possibility, but without fixing the basics, the game is slowly going to go to Shasterisk T.
Yeah, and it'd be a shame. It's hard to understand, isn't it, as to how, when you've got all these issues, how have you still not followed them, or why are you not focusing on fixing the things that are broken? Or
fix animations, screw things that matter.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? It's all right fixing something, but and I don't know how it works. Whether it's when they supposedly implement these fixes and they test it on their test servers that everything works fine, and somehow between them certifying the hot to PlayStation or Steam or whoever, Microsoft, for the certification, that somehow in that process it breaks.
Very
so
happy
then
with the split stack, quick split fix, torch fix. Not happy with the bearer fix, early end to Sacred Hunt event, redeem Silem.
Yeah, you know, they just, yeah, seems to always be, whether it's a hot fix or a big update, there's always some sort of big issue with things. And then they say, oh, this will be fixed in the hot fix, that'll be fixed in the hot fix, that'll be out soon, blah blah blah. Fair enough, that comes out, and let's say there's 30 items in a hot fix. We're lucky if we get 5 or 6 that actually are fixes. Yeah, they've been sorted out, but they weren't really game breaking. The fact that they had a box on them saying press square as it is for me, or E to interact for PC, that, oh, why have these guys got a box on them to, as if you can talk to them? That wasn't exactly game breaking and affecting the hunt the way it worked. Yes, the ones that spawn at night attacking people's thralls without them attacking was a big no-no. That shouldn't have happened. Definitely not. And yeah, I thought with bearers as well, they said that they were going to revert the bearers' health back to their original HP. and then nerf it in the future. But it still looks to me, whether it's as
Oh, it's a pain. That's why I building the Elk King Inn and Tavern at the base.
put my teeth back in. It's that their health for the bearers still looks like it did originally. It doesn't look a lot different to me, unless that's just me and I'm looking at it wrong. But and I think it was Whack 4863 did a little video recently. Oh, it's a good few days ago now, talking about bearers, and I think he said this was with the nerf, obviously before the hotfix, that the one that gained the most hit points per point in vitality.
Certain bearers that have been fixed.
Yeah, certain ones. I was going to say, I can't remember his name, but I know there's one of the male ones that seemed to have been hit really bad. But the best one, according to Whack, and I think Annabella's kind of seen her as well, but I think Whack was the main one, that she gets something like
96 HP.
90 odd, 96 point something. That might be more, it might be a bit less than that, but I know it's 90 odd point something percent points of vitality per point in vitality when she leveled up. Because it'd be a feather step.
Evening labs, evening chat.
Robert, good evening, good to see you. Come on, Dylan, see why you're not attacking.
You picked the wrong fight.
There we go. Let me check.
At Robert Manic stuck. Evening, Robert.
Bear with me, chat.
Hi, Robert. Ode me duck. Hey, Angar.
There we go. So I had to lean over my mic and ended up muting it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't have the words sometimes. But yeah, it seems to be, going back to the bearers, that Cathibia Featherstep. I've actually got one of those as well. She seems to be the one who gets the highest amount of points per point in vitality. Whereas the others seem to be quite low and don't seem to get a lot, and some are just awful now, apparently. And it kind of seems like, well, why? What's she meaning behind it? What's the whole point of taking HP off bearers? To give them less health so they're less tanky, but why take health off a high health enemy that can hit like a wet blanket kind of thing, if you will? I'm not saying take it off to Lindsay or a Berserker or Leon or somebody like that, but just where's the balance in it? I don't understand where all the balance is in it all. It just doesn't seem to add up. I don't understand where they were going with it. Yes, all well and good, the were hyenas that attack at night have now been fixed. But it shouldn't have just been them getting fixed and then nothing else. Or other things getting broken because of a hotfix. You're just causing more headache for your player base. Never mind content creators. You know, we're trying to do our best and support the game and do what we can for it and promote things and try and show off the content and show, talk about how good it is and what's involved with it all. And when it's having all these hiccups, how can we be honest and do that when, yes, we're trying to grow an audience like I am. But how can you expect to grow an audience on a game that's starting to struggle and starting to look bad? Because it makes the game look bad, but it also makes the person showing off the content look bad. People will think, why are you showing off? Why are you showing this game? What's so special about it?
They are saying that they aren't mean to be high HP tanks. They are supposed to be high carry capacity friends.
Oh yeah, yeah, I realise. See, look at that, I'm not touching my controller now. I didn't touch my controller then, all I did was move forward a little and do the lock on, and then my character just randomly starts running now as well, I've noticed. So another big issue I'm noticing with it. Bear with me again 1 second, I just need to have a look. Alright, what do you sell? I'm still figuring out this whole setup thing with these.
It appears the developers are more interested in money than player happiness. I'm looking at a thrall damage multiplier sheet and it looks like they nerfed Delincia and the Berserkers a bit. But if they say they are going to revert them for now and then don't do it, that is bad. Disappointed face.
They've nerfed the Berserker and Delincia. What sort of damage numbers are they doing now then? If they have, what
and
sort
now
of...
the Volcano dudes are the heavy hitters.
Yeah, I was going to talk about those. We'll come on to that in a minute. Yeah, so what's the Berserker hitting for now then? Like Delincia, if they've nerfed them, like... Are they trying to destroy the game? Because they're going the right way about it, unfortunately.
Berserker melee damage 2.24.
2.2 for that's always been 2.
I am hating the sprint function right now.
Say look,
All
I
I
didn't even
unlocked is a
touch
lot
it
of
again
pain in
then.
my thumb.
I used it then a little bit just to sprint forward, but it's when I finish a fight. I'm not always I'm not pressing it then. I do a combo with a sword. Next minute my character starts running sometimes. Whoop.
Volcano dudes 2.5.
Yeah, I'll be honest with regards to the Volcano people, I'm a little bit on the fence with them ones, I'll explain why in a minute. Come on Delincia, what are you doing? See, that is really annoying, I'm not touching my left toggle when I'm fighting, I'm still sprinting forward. Come on Delincia, why are you not attacking? Have they really broken the game now? She's getting hit behind us and she's not even moving. Why? I had another Delincia that I was using earlier at my Purge base and she was working fine.
If you guys want to have a look.
Yeah, do feel free to share the link for it by all means, yeah. Like I said, I've got to talk about the Volcano guys in this stream anyway, because I've got mixed opinions on them. Yes, they hit the hardest. Certainly, Annabriella was looking at one guy. It's Spinus the Marauder, I think his name is. Named guy that can spawn. He can be really good. And yeah, 2.25 is only, what, one more point more than 2.24. And people are saying, yeah, the Volcano people are the heavy hitters.
Just checking my Berserker here and he is 2.35.
2.35? That's an increase then, isn't it, for a Berserker? They were 2.24 before and 2.35. Now that would be an increase. That's a buff, not a nerf, isn't it? For a Berserker. But yeah, the Volcano people, you got Spinus the Marauder, that's one that Annabriella was looking at. And I was watching in a stream, this was on, I think it was on...
Have my stat boost added to.
Yeah, so what would that go back to without the stat boost then if he's not following you? Is that when he's following you, mean, with like the plus 20?
Let's set your thrall to defensive so they will attack.
Yeah, I thought I had her on aggressive on all of them. I haven't actually done any fighting with this Delincia since she was previously on attack nothing, so that's probably why. And I've had to be tweaking about with the settings a bit, getting used to this whole new setup thing with it. But she's been a bit janky. It's not. I don't want to risk going through too much
Let
of this
me
with
reset
her.
my stats and check.
All right, thank you. Cool.
Hi, monkey.
It's another thing I've noticed, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Actually, if we just zoom back out of here, I'll need to leave Delencia behind somewhere because obviously I don't want to take her
Hello,
with me
everyone.
where we're going. Hello, Alan. Hello, good to see you. Welcome on in.
Oh, they broke stuff. All the stuff. I'm not leaving my base. Lol.
They broke all the stuff. Yeah, of course I landed on my roof, didn't I?
Hi, Alan.
Bear with me while I just do the creative jump down so you don't all hear the horrible bone crush sound. Yeah, going back to the volcano, people, there's a couple of things with the volcano that I want to mention. Yeah, going back to Spinus the Marauder, he potentially is now a very hard hitter, but he's also very, very squishy. Probably a little bit like what the Cannibal Brute was like, shall we say? When the Cannibal Brutes used to hit very hard, but they were quite low health. And I was watching Annabella's streams a little while back when she was on the beta, and he certainly seemed to be. Well, let me just put that on a minute, and there's a reason why. He seemed to be very, very squishy by the look of it, and I was watching. You know, I thought I'll watch and see how he goes, and yeah, it looked like he was doing some decent damage numbers and what have you. Yeah, exactly, glass cannon. So yeah, it might hit really hard because he's a volcano person. But for me, it's like, if he's that squishy, is it really worth always making a trip up here? There's a reason why I'm in creative, and I'll show you in a second.
My stats to 0 and removed my armor, and he is still showing 2.34 melee and 2.18 ranged.
2.3. Right, 2.34, so that's 2.34 not following and 2.35. So that is an increase for the Berserkers, then, isn't it? Because they were 2.24. Sorcerer, you're not a devotee. What are you? Sorcerer. Yeah, apparently the devotees can be pretty good. Taskmaster. But yeah, it's kind of like, with how squishy they are, is it really worth spending all that time? And if they're not always a guaranteed spawn, is it worth investing all that time in the right gear and the journey to get up here to try and get them, only to potentially lose them really easy, like if you ever use them in a purge or to die to a boss somewhere, that you're then going to come back and try and replace them. Whereas, for example, we all know the Sumerian Berserker, granted Delencia isn't as easy to get, but she has a few spawn points at the mountains if she spawns. Out of all of these, the Berserker is probably the easiest one to get, unless you've got a preference on whether you want male or female. If it's a male, you're going to have to kill it and then wait for the female to spawn.
2.24.
Right, yeah, they were 2.24 then, so they're 2.35 now. Or 2.34 when they're not following in 2. Right, see, it's good to know these sort of numbers because I can't access them on console. And obviously if I look it up on the wiki, I think that still says the old numbers. I don't think the wiki gets updated very often.
The obelisk is only round the corner, and you can build a job center up there.
Oh yeah, I realise you could do that. I'm just thinking it's the whole time element of, do you really want to be trailing all the way up to the volcano constantly, especially if your base is like down here somewhere, or you're over in the jungle, or yeah, okay, it's not too far if you're over here at Sepa Maru, but I mean, do you really want to keep going all the way up here just to try and get enough of them? Yeah, you could keep doing it, leave the area, come back, get another guy, one of the same one, stock up on them, but it's a lot of work and a lot of time and investment just to get them. So, on the subject of the volcano, when anybody used to come up here, pre-chapter 4, obviously I am in creative at the moment and I'm using God mode. When you used to come near these guys, or girls, because there are male and female here, if you had to come here for one of your battle pass challenges for Shrine of the Oracle, did any of these guys used to attack you? Did they all aggro and attack you, or did they stand there and they weren't aggroed unless you hit them? You guys tell me if you can remember before chapter 4, if you came up here for your battle pass challenges, were these guys passive or did they all attack you? Be interesting to see what people know.
Nope, no aggro.
No.
In chapter 3 they don't aggro.
That's right.
Passive.
And there are a few others in and around the volcano. I think that person was as well.
Unless your thrall draws first blood.
Yeah, I think most of the people in here, apart from certain ones certainly down that way, were passive. Well, are you ready for this? Because in chapter 4... Now I am in God mode so they're not going to kill me, but look at that. All of these guys are now aggressive.
Julius Con thralls are nothers.
So look at that. I'll just go back in that so they all reset a minute. So yeah, if you haven't been up to the volcano yet and you're planning on coming up here, be ready for a fight because this lot are all aggressive now. And believe it or not, if I come out again, hello, as you can see he's triggered, even the archer's triggered, yeah. Even the crafters. Yeah, you get the general idea. It's going dark, so I won't do too much in here. But as you can see, they're all attacking now, and I didn't even attack them first. So if you're ever coming up here for anything, or you are coming up here for new friends, shall we call them, be very, very careful, because you're going to get jumped by practically everybody now. And that even applies right back down at the very beginning. And I think if I've got the entrance correct, if you're coming in from this one down here, where you would come up and up past the crafters and then around, and then you go past that little area with the 4 or 5 people under the tunnels that leads up through here, up to here, where you've got the merchant at the beginning that you can buy the iced tea or herbal tea or something from. All of those guys are also aggressive as well now, so be really careful if you're ever coming to the volcano, as if it wasn't dangerous to you before, it probably will be now. So come ready for a fight, that's what I will say. And I didn't realise until the other day, I didn't have cloak on, but I was in God mode, and I was glad I was, because coming up to do something for a video. And yeah, I was quite surprised when they all started attacking me. I was thinking, what's going on here? What, why are you... And I couldn't remember at first whether they were passive or aggressive, but of course they are now all aggressive. So you're gonna have to go there ready for a fight. You'll have to excuse the fact that it's night time, as I say. Hopefully you can all just see well enough, it shouldn't be for too long. I've got all these ladies, shall we say, we won't call them girls, we'll call them ladies, nice and organised here. And what I noticed earlier...
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, not a...
They aren't passive aggressive.
Passive aggressive. Yeah, so if they ignored you before, they're not going to ignore you now, they're going to attack you. So you have to forgive me for not switching it to daytime, because I believe there are people playing on server, and if they're trying to do the Were Hyena event, obviously I don't want to switch it and spoil the chance of somebody getting the hyena spawning on them. Kevin. Good to see you.
Hi all.
But yeah, if you can obviously all just about make out, it'll be daytime again soon. I kind of organised all these early because I have run a few purges today just to kind of test a few things
Enjoy the
again.
Starry Night, lads.
Yeah, Starry Night. Pretty cool, isn't it? Nice full moon, so there's definitely going to be werewolves around. All just spoiled by that horrible yellow beam from the event, but there we go. But yeah, beautiful Starry Night over by the Black Galleon. Moon's starting to descend, so we'll be on daytime soon. But yeah, I positioned all these ladies as they are, kind of all spread out, and they have a Delincia in command. And I'll tell you what, how do you might spot this as well. We'll have a go at Purge. Watch how she goes into combat. She seems to have a habit of running off and trying to just take them all on herself. She gets right carried away, this Delincia, I tell you. You got to watch her, this one. But I've noticed, and I don't know if this was in the hotfix or whether it was in the original update, but do you remember if you used to have followers just stood
broken for everyone else too.
Stood in positions like this, that if they used to run off down here and fight something, they'd run back up here and then they'd just stop like that,
Kevin.
Facing the wrong way, or just all over the place, not exactly back where you'd put them. Well, I noticed in Purges earlier today, if these run forward to attack something here, they literally run back now to the exact spot that they were stood in, turn around and literally face exactly back where they are now.
Lads, nothing ring with an eager commander.
That's true. Yeah, I just don't want to get killed because you were down to half health at one point. I had to put her at the back to heal up because she took a few on here and then she was going down the hill after the archers. But I know what you mean. But yeah, she's this Delincia is looking after the troops. The band of braves that we've got that brave it. And as a special treat, I've only done up to level 8 on the Purge so far. I haven't done a level 9 or a level 10 yet. Oh, I know. Scary thought, right? And I thought, I don't want to do a level 9.
Can be knocked off of their archer posts now. Okay, maybe she's suicidal.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought, rather than do it level 9 and level 10, I'll wait till you guys are here and we can do it together. Maybe the only level 9 and 10 we ever do, but...
I like the new guard dog pets, they are quite tanky.
Oh, I can't wait to get the new guard dog pet, he looks so cute. Yeah, he'll be sitting in front of my throne at the palace, definitely. Well, and I hope he'll forgive me for this, but as I said, we're going to do a level 9 and a level 10. So, in the words of Mr. Howdo Gaming, let's give it a go. We need to put...
do more LVL 10s then, lads.
Still late.
For the dog.
Yeah, and it... Need more levels yet. Just bear with me.
Are you going to uncloak then?
Well, I will have I won't have cloak enabled, so I will be fighting. I will be fighting with everybody. Yeah. I'm not going to take God mode off purely for the benefits of not wanting to die, obviously, because we're...
I only have 3 levels to go to complete my pass. Lol. Simone lads. Uncloak.
There we go, level
Stands ready
9.
with the medkit.
Medkit, yeah. Medic on standby, yeah. Well,
Did 13 LVL yesterday just in LVL 10 purges.
here we go with a level 9. Hope the troops are ready. I haven't given them any potions or anything, or pork, so they're all pretty well armoured up. And they've all got food for healing. They seem to do okay on the level 8 if I help them out, so we'll...
Let the coroner.
Oh, we don't want the coroner, flipping heck. Now it did this earlier. I've put foundations down up there to stop it spawning there, because it's supposed to spawn.
A few hundred purple orbs, gained a bunch of levels.
Nice, so crafting the purple orbs gave you levels then, did it? I know Pixel Cave did a little video showing one that if you've got admin commands or admin access, if you do, and I can't remember the exact stack numbers, but it was dragon bone and feathers, and if you crafted so many dragon bone arrows, so you have to have admin access because you need to use the tick box for unlock all recipes, have a couple of improved carpenter benches, and then craft so many of these dragon bone arrows, and that gave you a good few levels. Why is it being funny now? It usually spawns down here. I don't know why it's saying it can't spawn down there. Come on, Purge, behave yourself. It worked this morning down there. I don't understand why it doesn't want to spawn now. Because this is why, and this is taking a leaf out of Annabella's book, I've blocked it off there because we don't want it spawning on here. If you get it to spawn down here, where there's plenty of room for it, then they've only got one access road here, which makes it easier for everybody. I was getting it to spawn at level 8s earlier, level 7s and level 8s. It's supposed to land right there. There we go.
And I am now 60.
Nice, level 60. Congratulations. Oh, come out of cloak. Hope you're ready, troops, because here we go. Let's see how they do. Get my potion.
Grats.
And some pork. Give us a bit more damage because we're going to need to. We are spec. We're not actually spec for our strength build. I'm still in a follower build, so. Here we go. Showtime. Now the reason we've got it like this, like I say, it's a similar idea to how Annabella did it, is because we want to ideally destroy the golems here, because we don't want them going near the base ideally, because as soon as they go near that, if they explode, they're going to do a heck of a lot of damage.
He just got this is part of red.
Oh, I didn't even spot them. That's been fixed because they were showing up earlier today. Now I've got thieves trying to walk away with everything that are actually invisible. But come on, where's my stamina gone? Yeah, nice try trying to escape with my gold. Ain't happening. Now I can't get out the door. Thieves picking my locks. I see you. I should have left somebody here defending the doorway. They're going to get away with a little bit, but it's kind of the way it goes, unfortunately. Look at you. Come here. Yeah, when I was in earlier, level 8, I had some thieves in it, and these guys were showing up. Even just walking up the path, they weren't cloaked or anything. Now the cloak is obviously working. Which is, yeah, bit of a concern. Well, not a concern because that's the idea. They're supposed to be invisible. But earlier on today when they were just walking up the pathway I could see them all. But yeah, if anybody's got any other stories or anything they want to share, do feel free to do so. Things that they're enjoying with the new chapter or things they're not enjoying. Things that are frustrating them. Because there's bound to be things that are frustrating you, surely. I would think. Because there's certainly a lot of things frustrating a lot of us, so... Weirdly, I can't... It shows that they've got those, but you can't pick them up again. Oh. Is that our... Has that just gone foggy, or is it me? Oh! There we go! Where is it? There he is. Yes, I am using God mode, but this is purely for demonstration purposes. Oh, look at that. That is
metal delivery.
Yeah, Amazon's arrived. Oh, Tarzan's in the house as well. Just heard him do his chant. Oh, why are we getting stuck here? Why can't I get up to the star caller? What's going on? Let me in. What the heck? Ah. Well, that's some buggers because it was failing for some reason.
Did you know that 19% of people asked would let a spider crawl into their mouths for $1,000?
Oof. Well, that's just... I think that just came for as a fail for some reason. Although it's still here.
They broke your base.
Yeah, they must have...
Today for the first time only playing Conan.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like the way you have to scroll the menus with the right joystick.
Plenty of star metal at least, but yeah, look at that.
How big of a spider?
That's why the pathway got broken into the door to where the coffer is.
Warning for those who wasn't here earlier, I just lost a berserker in the Mounds of the Deadeyes. Can only do 3 damage per hit against the... Big enough actually.
So because the floor broke there and they now can't get inside, it failed. So that's a shame.
That's what I was worried about with the Star Caller.
So I need to, what am I doing? I'm such an amateur. Need to crack these. So we got 1, 2. That's not some, but we'll just grab that while I'm here, just so you get it out of the way so you see. Depending on where you are. That's just some iron, but we'll shift that just so we don't get confused with it. But yeah, as you can see, hit it with a pick, it doesn't do anything. Right, let me... So yeah, there's a pure example there of I'm going to need a better purge base. And not gas. So straight away there, that says we need a better purge
I like
base.
the new menu navigation. Muscle memory messes me up, but I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's taking me a little bit as well. It's yeah, it's a weird one.
Make your base layer as close to the ground as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at your video again that you did how do. I need to maybe adapt things a little bit and have it a little bit different, because that just shows you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now all that time everybody survived it at least, which is good. I'll loot bag there, we'll take that. At least everybody survived it, but that just goes to show you guys that you need a real good foolproof base, or if they hit you like they just did with us, you're gonna have problems. See how much we get. Gonna set fire to my base a bit as well, but it's alright, I can repair this. And we do have a boosted XP event on at the moment over this weekend, so
I just wish the cursor was a more vibrant color. I have a hard time seeing it sometimes.
yeah, no, I agree, Kevin. Yeah, as somebody with poor eyesight myself, you know, visual impairment, unfortunately, which there's nothing can be done about. It's yeah, that cursor certainly is not as bright as it used to be. I don't know why.
Oh, and gas arrows to kill the caller from a distance.
Oh yeah, of course. I thought that's what was going to be happening, because obviously it went misty and everything, so I thought he was going to be arriving. But yeah, you got your gas arrows, whatever, and you can shoot them from range then. Could go up onto that little hill to the left and shoot down at them. But it just shows you that even this wasn't enough to stop them getting into the coffer. A, with the thieves, but also with the what was I going to say? The fact that they brought that, but the sheer damage that the meteors did. Don't know how much we've got there so far of star metal, but quite a bit. Any more around it? Oh gosh, yeah, they're all around here as well. Look at them all. That one there.
Almost 3,000. I love alternating between gas arrows and explosive arrows. Kaboom.
Good job, I'm creative. Oh, I'm still doing that walk, look. I'm running this way, but I'm facing the other way. So they still haven't changed that. We're getting quite a bit more, like I said, because we are actually running a boosted XP event on the server. So because of that, we'll actually be getting a bit more than I normally do. But yeah, as you heard, there's normally about 3k. And that was with me just letting it rain down as long as it did. Which is just, yeah. And this is only a little small thing. You saw the amount of damage it had done. So I think what I'll do is I'll have to, like I say, go back to our dues video and watch that one through again of how to build that and build something like that, I think. Otherwise we're going to be, yeah. That did some real damage. Look where that one is. It looked like it was one, but it may not have been, but anyway. So yeah, you get the gist there of just how flipping crazy it can be. It's scary. But if you are a Purge fan, as I say once again, check out Audu's videos and his guides that he does. I'm sure he'll be able to help you out on those.
Sign of the Horns.
As of course he is the Purge Master, so as I always say, if it ain't worth knowing, Audu won't bother telling you. If it's worth you knowing, he's the man with the secrets. All the secrets and all the knowledge. Purge is his specialty. Certainly enjoy watching those videos and just watching the chaos. Yeah. Well, while we're here actually, another thing that did change, or supposedly has changed with the bearers.
I love watching Odu. Just for the voiceover.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? Yeah. Speaking of the voiceover, don't polite reminder, just ask everybody to please give that like button a little tickle, you know, as Audi would say. Free to do. Don't cost you guys anything, and it helps me out a lot and pushes this out to more people as well. So a like would be very much appreciated. What was I going to say? Oh no, it's up this way. Yeah, with the bearers, it's supposed to also now be that they'll spawn depending on what their faction is. So Morio, Zamorian, Zingarian, those particular ones will spawn like around here, so the Black Galleon and around Exile Lands, where the ones around the Highlands will be more Nordheimer, and the ones up at the Mounds of the Dead will be Sumerian bearers. So it all seems to now be sort of faction based as to who spawns and where they spawn. Still got your set priest in here, and I believe it will only be that spawn now that can be. Certainly they've changed the priest spawns as well again. There's another one there. Where is our bearer that's usually here? There they are. So another one there. You two still making any crazy noises?
Are the T4 bearers still from the dogs of the desert?
Yes, I think.
My Kuyo is level 8 and he just killed the nightly hyena with 2 bites.
Nice. Very nice. That's what you call a guard dog, isn't it? Yeah, with the bearers, so tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 and the named should all still spawn where they were doing. However, it will be more, the people that spawn will be, so dogs of the desert, all those type of ones will be these sort of areas where they were spawning originally. So one here as well, so that's number 3 for the Black Galleon. And then the other one, I believe, I can use this toggle without killing my thumb. Oh, we're stuck under the tent. There should be... Where are they? Not there. A bit further over. Yeah, another one here. So that's your 4. You've still got your 4. They're all bearer spawns every time, so it'll always be a bearer, but again, of those particular factions, so it's more faction based now. So if you think this is Dogs of the Desert area or Black Hand, it'll be the Black Hand ones. If you're after a Sumerian Sherpa, as they're called, or bearer, then obviously you'll want to be up over here at Mounds of the Dead, where of course Delincia can spawn in multiple locations. Let's just see, is she up here? Nope. 2 Sumerians, so your bearer is here as usual, but obviously Sumerians, so it'd be a 1, 2, 3 or a named one, and then your normal person stood here as always.
Try attacking them.
I saw something.
You saw something, did you? we go. Did feel like that did take me a little bit more than what it would normally do. But I am expecting to fall. Now my game's also glitching at the minute as well because I was supposed to have 60 points, but I've got my top one missing.
I've got a cannibal brood that thinks she is a pirate. She keeps saying pokey pokey mate. Is that less damage than normal?
It might be because I'm not really expecting to my strength build, possibly. I don't know if it's less than normal because I'm not actually. This is kind of what I use for my follower build. Now I should have 60 points, but for some reason when I respec'd earlier, my game seems to think I'm level 60, but it's only giving me the 59 points again. So if I just quickly do that, and then I'm not going to do. Yeah, I will do Combo Master. Quickly put some points back in here. Crushing swings. We'll go with that. And we always want Glutton for Punishment. Just why wouldn't you go with that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I should have another point there, but for some reason the game thinks I haven't, which is very weird. There we go. Put that up a little bit. I don't know if that makes a huge difference for you with the gamma, but of course it's night time again, and it is Mounds of the Dead, so it's raining, which I do appreciate makes it quite difficult to see. Hopefully it won't be too long. I've said it a few times, Angar, when I've been up here, whether it's been in stream or even a video, I always remember that either I think it was a stream or a video you were doing, and you were telling people about Delincia and saying how she can patrol around here. And I remember you coming down here and looking up that bridge, and as you looked up there,
follow a specific sort for the points.
she
I just randomly spend them winking face with tongue.
I remember she literally, as you looked up that ramp, she came walking down that ramp just as if you'd like set it all up. Never forget that one. Just how you said about Delincia patrolling, and then there she was. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much when you first start out with your points. It's more looking at your points when you kind of want to figure out exactly what you want to be. So if you're wearing strength boosting armor, you obviously want to boost your strength as much as you can. If you're wearing agility based armor, you want to boost your agility damage as much as you can, mixed in with your vitality and your grit, obviously, for or your stamina recovery, or everything into expertise with beast of burden if you're more of a builder. Because it is a little bit more to it, really, that it is better when you start focusing into things a little bit. Like sometimes with my agility build, I'll do my full agility, but then I'll do the first 5 points in strength just to get my heavy attacks boost as well. That seems to help a little bit. Come on, daytime. Oh, because I've respect, I'm low on the HP again. There we go. But it's all down to, there's no right or wrong way. It's all down to personal preference at the end of the day, and what your play style is. You know, I've said it, and Angar will say it. You know, anybody will say it really that's a content creator, that, you know, it's called a guide because it's just a guide and it's a recommendation. It's not a you have to go out and do this now, or you have to change to this build, or you must use this weapon. It's kind of like, this is what I find works, this is how this setup works for me, this is the survivability it has, this is the damage it can do. If you're after something like this, why not give it a try, and then
This new hotfix made things worse for consoles.
let me know how it works. You know, don't say to me straight away, oh, well, I don't blah blah blah. You know, all I'm saying is try it first, and then let me know that no, you don't agree, it doesn't work, or yes, wow, that's amazing. It's purely a guide for a reason, isn't it? You know, it's a guide and a recommendation. I have never, nor will I ever, say to people, you know, you must. you must do this now. You know, yes, I might say videos or having titles that you need this follower, and that's not because it's meant that I'm saying to somebody, right, you need to go out and get this follower now. You've got to do it. It's the meta. It's going to save your game.
Hi.
It's kind of this is why. You know, I'll say that in the title, but then I'll explain in the video. Well, this is why you should get this follower, because, like we say, there's the other berserkers, certainly the Sumerian berserker, for example, because of their ease of access, so easiness to get to, and the damage they do. So yeah, just while we're here, this spot where it's a dancer at the moment, level 2. This is where Leah Neely, the named dancer, can spawn, who is a Sumerian. She's a strength-based dancer, so if you give her a mace, for example, she's really good. So just for reference on the map, you can see where we are just here. Sort of up north of the Mounds of the Dead. Still in the Mounds of the Dead, but just on this north tip here. So if you're after Leah Neely, that's a good spot to look for it. If I come back down here, I've got to make sure I'm going the right way. Yep, there we go. Of course, the good old Sumerian berserker. And it can be, as we say, male and female. And for those who don't know, it will always be a berserker, this spawn. They'll wander around that way a little bit, sometimes out that way a little bit. All around here. And they will wander up that pathway sometimes. And they'll fight the whites, so the skeletons are up there. I have seen the white occasionally.
Happy Friday.
Occasionally kill a skeleton. The skeleton occasionally kill the berserker, but more often than not, the berserker will go up there, it'll kill them. They'll run back down here, reset, and be down here.
Major.
Evening, Major. Good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're well. So yeah, but we always say this is more for people who have, you know, leveled up a good few levels, got themselves a, I want to call it truncheon, but shall we say friendship stick rather than truncheon, and your bindings of training, and your training wheel, or the job centre as Audu calls it.
Evening, Dan.
You certainly don't want to be coming up here with the basic truncheons, or even probably the iron, possibly a steel or better.
Hi Kathy Ann, as well as can be expected for an old guy beaming face with smiling eyes.
Because these guys, and even Angar will agree, and he'll tell you, these guys hit pretty hard. And they will kill you really easy. But they are a guaranteed spawn. So that is a cool thing with it, that if you got the berserker, and by the sounds of it, still even slightly better than the Volcano people then.
Hostile takeover club.
Hostile takeover.
Smiling eyes, beaming face with smiling eyes.
Hostile takeover club, yeah, I like it. Yeah. I don't know, Angar, if you get a minute, is there any way with those particular numbers for the Berserker and for Delancey, is there any way you'd be able to send me that on Discord or anything? Just so I could have a look at it, because obviously
everyone has had a good week.
It's a bit unfortunate that we can't access things like that on console, and obviously the wiki doesn't get updated very often. I don't think. So that would be good if you could. That would be appreciated. If not, don't worry. It's not a biggie, but if you could, that would be awesome.
Application, because they are going to be put to work. I fixed my issue with BK2, and it is now back for sale. Job.
Cool. Cheers for that, buddy. That's much appreciated.
Evening, Major.
Right, so what else is there? So we've seen the Volcano people. We've done bearers. Just trying to think if there was anything else. Has anyone used Sword of Crom since the I'm using Tellis
Thanks,
Sorrow at the
Captain.
minute, but
I will get them now.
has anybody used the
Naughty.
Sword of Chrome since the hotfix at all? Of course, our good old friend Braga is still here. For those who don't know, he'll kind of talk to you a little bit, give you a bit of story about the Cimmerians. Pretty fun to listen to, unless you've heard him 1,000 times like I have. But yeah, interesting to know if anybody's noticed anything with Sword of Chrome. I don't know if it's just me or whether that seems different again. Because I was using it earlier today and I felt like I was using a lot more stamina with it again than what I was doing with my build pre-hotfix, but might just be me, I don't know. Let's go over to New Azagoth. So pretty much the same old setup here still, same people dotted around as always. This is kind of the route I will do if I bring anybody or build in here. I'll come around this side first, take that one out, take these out. Again, if you're new to the game.
Does the hunt event end in a few days?
No, the hunt event, so the thing with the were hyenas, etc., is part of chapter 4. So all the were hyenas that spawn at night and the fangs that you collected and things you can buy from the merchants at the event location, that's here till the end of chapter 4. The XP event, if you're playing on my server that's running, is only until midnight Monday, but the actual main event, so the hunt, is actually here till the end of chapter 4. That is a chapter
the
4.
Screen said 2nd to 15th or so. Ends on 15th of April. Disappointed face.
Ah, 15th of it, right. So it does then. What, so it actually ends on the 15th of April? It's not actually the whole of chapter 4 then?
So no reason to scramble for fangs. Yeah.
Well then, what we're supposed to do for the rest of chapter 4? Same old story again by the sound of it. The main feature finishes and then nothing to do for the remaining 2 months or whatever. Yeah. That's exactly what we're thinking, buddy. Exactly the same thing. Yeah. Just like he's doing there, just thinking, why? Exactly what we're thinking. And that is your Ymir priest, of course, and you also do have the chance for Ladagara, the daughter of Ymir, to spawn, and if you kill her she'll drop a horn and you can get yourself a giant as a guard on your base if you want one of the frost giants. That's if she spawns, but again be careful because she hits like an absolute truck, as do most of the people in here, if not all of them. So be very, very careful if you come into here. Again, have some decent armour, a decent weapon, and certainly a good follower with you like Leah.
Starry Night Labs. Runs till the 15th, then the hunt will return later in Chapter 4 Labs. What's next? Apparently will come back later in the chapter, but not sure when.
Ah, so it's, yeah, so it's like an introductory thing, so it's going to finish for a little bit and then it'll return again. Right. That's fair enough then. So it's on for a short time, then it's going to return later at the end. Well, that's good to know, thank you for that. Of course, you've all seen the entertainment centre, as I call it, my tavern that's on the server. For those who play on the server that haven't been here yet, it's right here, just up in the Highlands, just below New Azagor. So it's, where are we? Sort of between 9 and 10, and on the border of 9 and 10. Gosh, this map's slow. 9 and 10 E, or E for Echo. So if you want to check that out, you're welcome to pop along here. Quickly just show you for anybody who hasn't been in before, that, like I said, plays on the server, or that's new in stream that hasn't seen this. There's a little design did a little while ago. That's the medium bookshelves that seem to work in here. Just doesn't work at the palace yet for some reason. The old Cannibal Brute that was a good one has now got a new job as the host for our venue. We've got an entertainer in here, plenty of seating. We've got our server admin shop up above, so if people want to buy any weapons or armour, etc., they can come here and purchase things with their fragments of power. Oh, that's another thing actually. While I'm here, keep an eye out in your taverns, because if you see this guy, don't ask me to pronounce his name because I can't remember how you pronounce it, but you should all know by now who this guy is.
I know a hunter when I see one. Give me a wild place. Give me wind, whispering deadly secrets in the branches. Give me a graved moon, hanging heavy in a hungry sky, setting my teeth on edge, and my toes curling in the clay of blood and soil.
Right, I'm not going to do the full conversation with him, but basically this
If
is the
anyone
guy.
noticed that entering a dungeon at night time it stays very, very dark until you leave. There is no daytime transition. I might pop in later for a pint. I would say it's pronounced Sil the Wanderer.
Sil the Wanderer, yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? So yes, we'll call him Sil then. When you've done the first part of the hunt, if you come and talk to this guy, he'll obviously teach you this, which gives you the chance to obtain a different type of lure, which is is it corrupted or something? Lure, I can't remember the name for it now. Which will allow you to essentially take this to a different location, which is hidden under the Almeria Siege location, so it's a bit trickier to get to, where you can spawn a boss in there, which will give you something again that if you then keep what that boss drops, you can let that decay for 24 hours, then you go back and fight the big werebear boss again that you fought at the beginning.
Well, my evening is all good. Dinner done. Chilling with you crazy lot, and now I'm sat with a hot chocolate. Smiling face with sunglasses. PC.
You can then get something from that boss again, which then you let that decay, and that will allow you to then get the werebear boss as a pet. There are plenty of videos out there that people have done, and even live streams where people have showed it off, like Angar and other people who've displayed what he looks like and how you can have him as a pet, so do check those other ones out.
Hot Chocky FTW.
Ooh. Yeah, I have a hot chocolate every night before bed now. Helps me sleep a lot better, I'll be honest. So if you've never tried a hot chocolate before bed, can definitely recommend it, give it a try. So yeah, that is there. That's what I meant to ask actually. I know Angar, in your beginner's guide today you did the Kurak dungeon, didn't you?
Equals happy endorphins and better sleep.
Since the update, or certainly since the hotfix, has anybody been having any issues getting into the Kurak dungeon? Because when I'm putting my blood crystals into the teleporter to activate it, I'm not getting an option on the right hand side to activate it.
Whiskies makes waking up much less fun.
because for some reason I put the blood crystals in and it doesn't give me an option on the right
10 whiskies would definitely help you sleep better.
to activate the dungeon, because one of my battle pass challenges for the week is to defeat Kurak, and I can't get in his dungeon to do it because for some reason it doesn't want to give me the option to activate the teleporter to do it for some reason. So I thought I'll have to ask the chat tonight, has anybody else had that issue, or is it working for all of you, or have I got to unlock?
I had the problem at the start of chapter 3. I have to do this dungeon too. That's
Or have
on
I-
tomorrow's list.
Have I got to unlock it again, or have I got to unlock something somewhere? Am I doing something wrong? Because I do that, and then I've got nothing on the right hand side. There's no picture. That should be showing, because I remember in your beginner's guide today, Angor, on that right hand side it showed the picture that had the ignite symbol on it, and for some reason it's doesn't give me the option to do it, and that's one of my weekly battle
I
pass.
recorded the video on Wednesday, before the hotfix.
So obviously it was working before the hotfix then, but yeah. So looking at that then, I say it looks like the hotfix has broken that.
Let me pop over to that save game and check it.
Thank you, you're a star. What would I do without you, honestly?
It started working again before chapter 4 started.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, shall we say. I was quite frustrated when I tried it yesterday and even earlier today. The fact that it's one of my battle pass challenges that will give me a lot of XP for doing it,
Angar to the rescue.
and I can't do it because it's not working. I thought, are you kidding me? That's another thing they've broken. Now, before we had the hotfix on Thursday, I could have come and checked this and it would have possibly been working. But when I first got them, I thought, kill Kurak. Oh, I'm not doing that one yet. I'll do my 100 Purge enemies and the other one. I had, what was it? These are what I had, because obviously now they are player specific. So I had, oh yeah, kill the were boss in the Midnight Grove twice. Kill 100 Purge enemies, which I've done, and it's just this kill Kurak now, and I can't do it because his dungeon don't work. I thought maybe about trying to go into ghost mode and then like admin into the dungeon, do it that way, see if that triggered it, but I can't remember the exact location on the map for where it is to find it. I was going to maybe ghost in there.
Yesterday I couldn't find map room in the construction menu after getting cartographer and making corrupted stone. Option is there for me.
Right, so it's there for you on PC then. There wasn't
I have
anything
the
with...
Midnight Grove one and the Kurak one, but my middle one is different.
Yeah, apparently they are going to be player specific now, your challenges. They're not always going to match to everybody. So I'm just wondering, do I have something that's not unlocked again for me that I need to unlock to get it, or is that a bug? Would you say it's surprise, surprise, another console bug then? Because if it's working for you, it's just, yeah, there's nothing. And I can't remember whereabouts that dungeon is on the map. I know it's kind of, I think it's up here again somewhere with all of these,
the
but...
little red icon on your crafting window.
Missing it. Yeah.
I'm console, do you want me to check my game?
Yeah, if you could, that would be good. Thank you. Because it seems funny that... I'm sure that should be showing a picture on that right hand screen at the top that I have to scroll across to.
Battle pass challenges are scaled to the character level.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And you won't get the same ones necessarily as somebody else. I think Mickey Monday, I was talking to him the other day, and he had one, I think the same as me, but his other two were different. And I'm still a bit 50-50 with those weekly challenge, you know, with the 3 weekly challenges. I think the cooling one, when it's a good idea because it gives you more to have to do to complete them. But which I do prefer, if I'm being honest, to, you know, harvesting a load of stone, harvesting a load of trees, skinning crocodiles, killing crocodiles, all this, that and the other. That did get a bit monotonous, but it's a bit
We
now
just
like...
checked. My Kurak's dungeon works.
What are you on? Are you on console? Are you on PC? What I might have to do is check on the single player game. I might have to unfortunately use the admin and teleport over to Mex and then see if it's still the same thing on the single player game, which we're still to go back to. So I think...
Is it possible that something as simple as taking all the items out and just putting 30 in would do it?
I
Prefer
tried.
a new system where you just play and get XP with the bonus of the big weekly challenge boosts.
Yeah,
Xbox.
exactly.
Sorry,
You're on
my
Xbox.
seems to taking forever to load.
Right, so it's working on Xbox then. So it's working on Xbox, it's showing on PC. Must be a PlayStation bug then. Because I don't think there's anything that I have to have unlocked, is there? Because I know sorcery, obviously, I've learnt sorcery. I don't think there was a certain knowledge feat or anything that you had to have unlocked, was there? To be able to access this dungeon. Because I've not recreated my character since we had all this stuff before in the past when it was working. So that's, yeah. Very strange. I know I'm in creative, but I even tried it out of creative as well. Because I thought, oh, could it be because I'm in creative? And still nothing on the right. So I just, yeah. Like I say, I can't remember the exact location of where... I know it's under the mesh here again somewhere, I believe. The same as the dungeons, but I don't know exactly where it is to try and ghost under the map to try and find it. Because I think if you come out of God mode and creative in there, it does still trigger it and I should be able to do it. I think. I could be wrong. But I don't know. So, what I can do is I'll put myself back in that a minute, because otherwise we're going to get absolutely ambushed. One other thing. So yeah, with that additional boss, I did show it, actually. I think it was on the first day when we were looking at everything, but just for the benefit of anybody who may not have been here, you will have to raid your way into here, into Almaria, or Almaria as it's called. I don't know if somebody's just done this or whether that gate just hasn't reset for some reason. Well, that's unusual. But you'll notice now there's a door here which is actually missing, so unless somebody's just done this recently that's on the server. So you get in here, and then as we showed on...
the game or just reload the save.
Yeah, I tried all that. Closed my game down, restarted it, restored my licenses, just nothing. So yeah, this is the other place you'd come to, that you place the other lure on, to then fight another boss that'll appear here. And this of course is under the Almaria siege location. So there is actually something down under here now, rather than it just being empty. But yeah, I did actually try all that. I tried
you on Discord.
Okie dokie, thank you. Probably won't be able to get it just yet, because I probably need to read it on my PC actually, because it's a bit of a struggle on my phone sometimes, and obviously while we're on here I don't want to be taking too long with it and boring people while they're waiting for me. But yeah, thank you, appreciate that. Appreciate all the help from each and every one of you. It's very much appreciated. It's like we say, isn't it? We're all in this together. All here to share the excitement and share the frustration at the same time. So she's even wandering down here now, because it's open. So we're all here to enjoy and endure it together. But yeah,
Lads, will you continue with the playthrough you started not long ago?
oh yes, definitely. Yeah, that is still there on my single player. We'll be going back to that for sure. I think the way things are going at the moment, we'll because we're starting from fresh there, probably next week. So next Friday we'll jump back onto there and we'll get ourselves leveled up a bit more and get a bit more progress made. Get ourselves a bit further along and see where we go from there, really. Probably do another little bit longer. So we shall be back to that. Just took a little break, obviously, because of Age of War Chapter 4 coming out, and with me having admin and what have you, it'd be my server, it's just a bit easier to check everything out on here.
Mine is coming up without an issue. PS4.
So it's working on PS4. What the heck's going on there then? That is really strange. That is very, very strange. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one. Right, so is there anything else we need to cover that we haven't looked at? Turn my gamma back down a little bit again, so it's super bright. Don't think there's been anything else that's changed that's drastically different. Yeah, see these books probably need moving and placing again because they're not working in here yet, they're working at the other base. Which is, yeah, somewhat strange. And for anyone who missed it on the last stream as well, if you like the Champion's Armour, which is what I'm using right now, before Chapter 4, you couldn't dye the Champion's Armour. That was one of maybe a few, or maybe the only set that I know of, excuse me, that you couldn't dye before. But since the Age of War Chapter 4, you can now dye it. So.
When the hunt stops, will the Werehyena attacks at night also stop? That would seem logical, but logic is not necessarily a thing in die. Mine worked, just very, very slow. Lol, everything I hear is, this not working, that not working.
So yeah, you can obviously transmog it, if you want to call it that, with the or illusion it with the illusionary system from the Thaumaturgy bench and make up your new fancy outfits with your cape or whatever else you want to do. And obviously you don't have to keep it at the default colour now, you can dye it just as this outfit is on the previous one you've seen me in. So that's a pretty cool addition. The dyer's bench is a little bit fiddly to use because obviously, well, I think it is, again with it, the cursor not being very clear to see, and this whole thing with your buttons now that you've got to place the piece of armour in the dyer's bench, click dye and then do it that way, which is kind of cool in that way that all your dyers are in your dyer's bench, so it gives a purpose to the dyer's bench. Now you can actually use it and it's actually got some use rather than just being a storage unit, so it's good in that way. Just a pity you don't have the option to either do it in the bench or on your person, but there we go. It's one of those things, I suppose. But yeah, we will definitely be doing the new playthrough that we started. We will definitely be back to that next Friday. 7 PM of course, without a doubt. Now that we've had a good look at everything here and what's available, we'll get back to a little bit more focused situation, see what we're going to do. Has anybody got anything else that they've noticed that they want to talk about, or changes that they've seen that's maybe a little hidden change that we didn't know about that we haven't seen, or that we haven't highlighted that we can cover, or a particular area people would like to see? Do let me know and we can hop on over there and have a look. I've got a couple of videos lined up hopefully for next week if I can get them recorded.
The teleport command, Berserker and Delincia damage modifiers on Discord bud. It would seem the falling through foundations problem hasn't been solved yet.
Oh, the falling foundations, that's still happening? Honestly. Yeah. Oh, right, brilliant. Thanks for that, Angar. Great stuff. I shall have a look at those. That'll certainly be helpful. So I've got a couple of videos hopefully coming up next week if I can get them recorded. One's kind of a, I'm not going to say too much, but shall we say an updated version of a sort of who I think are...
think that's an Unreal Engine problem versus a game issue.
Followers, you know, that you could maybe choose. Who I would go for in game. Again, they're all recommendations, so that'll hopefully be out soon. And then the other one is a little bit of a different one. It was actually Angar that inspired me to do it. It's been putting it off for a while actually, but I've had so many occasions, like occasionally in stream, but more so on
notice thralls don't fall through ceilings, just foundations.
PlayStation messages, you know, with the group chat that we have for the server. And from people playing on the server asking different questions, and also in comments from videos and what have you, asking me various different questions of how I do certain things, or how I get a certain thing, or how I do a certain thing like an outfit or a certain hairstyle, etc. So I thought, rather than, you know, make a normal gameplay video talking about it, I'll do a little Q&A style type video. Hopefully that one will be out this week coming up. I have to see. Like I say, I've got a bit on this weekend. But if I get time to do them, it'll either be the Q&A, probably on Monday or Tuesday.
Yay.
Or if it's not that one, it'll be my top however many followers who I decide to recommend for people. But we'll have to see on that one. So that's some interesting stuff to come. I've already kind of given a clue away to it in the stream, but you know. There was two very obvious ones sat with me at the very beginning of the stream who could be in there. They might not be, but they could be. We'll have to see. One thing I haven't looked at, and I suppose it still is exactly the same. Your HP still the same? Yeah, I think so. Still the undead dragon, still a 3 skull. So nothing much changed down here. Still the same ominous noise that you get when you come down here. Right. So, oh, actually, let me go back up to my other base that we have up in which is our main base that wasn't built by me, so I can't take credit for this one. This was actually, as I've said before, built by somebody else. So the palace was all my design that obviously I've been showing off. I came up with that one in my head and designed it and built it and everything. But this one was built by a friend and somebody else who played on the server. This may be a little video coming up shortly, possibly. He's not fully leveled yet, but been doing a bit of play testing, see how he goes. Seems to be doing alright at the minute. But we'll see, do some testing and see whether these guys are actually worth spending your fangs on to buy, whether they're any good as a pet. Even if they're just for show. We'll have to see on that one. Certainly carrying wise, if you're not bothered they can't jump, but you want somebody with a lot of...
Got a quick peek at Rob's place.
Somebody who can carry a lot of stuff, of course, but they can't jump. You got your camel, unless, like me, you prefer your horse. You're going to stick to the good old trusty steed. So what was I going to show? Oh, it was Cathibia I was going to show you, that was it. So yeah, the Dyer's Bench.
What are they for?
Well, the gnarled fangs, yeah, it's the what you get from the were hyenas that attack you at night, and the 3 bosses when you kill them and you spend them at the merchant at the event hub. So yeah, with the Dyer's Bench now, if you've got dye things, or the ingredients to make the dye in your bench, you pop the armour piece that you want to make in the slot there where it's empty, and then you click dye, then it brings up the menu just like it used to do, and you select the colour and the which segment you want to be.
Grinning, squinting face.
Each colour.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any angry face.
So that's the Dyer's Bench. Don't think it necessarily makes a huge difference having an NPC in there, but you can put one in there if you want to do. So these are 2 of the ladies that I had earlier. So Aina the Light and Cathibia Featherstep. We've showed these before. That's the stats that she has and her HP. And then my favourite, I've got to say, although I like both of these kind of equal.
Still not one hand.
But that's Cathibia Featherstep, who apparently seems to be, as far as I know, the only one at the minute of the bearers that gets the highest amount of points per point in vitality, so she's probably your best one health wise. Unless it's changed since the beta, but that's what Wack was saying. That, and I think Annabelle has sort of hinted to it as well. So I do have a look at that.
Oh no, Thelpa.
Anybody that is fairly new to the game or doesn't really know a lot of things or is looking for a beginner's guide, then do check out.
You will maybe get them when it stops for the rest of us on 15th.
Yeah, yeah. Do check out Angar's channel, check out his videos. He's got a very excellent, comprehensive and well informative beginner's guide that's out at the moment, so if there's anything you want to know, he's currently doing a beginner's guide for 23-24, so do check him out. Give him a sub if you haven't already, I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Show him some love. I know a lot of us already do, but if there's anybody that is new, then do go give him a follow as well, like I say. Leave some comments, ask some questions, I'm sure he'd be happy to help. Another thing I'm noticing is, when you put the Jabal Sag war paint on your NPCs, it seems to stay on them. And it was staying on me as a player character before. The only way to get rid of it was to remove your bracelet. Now I thought they said after a certain length of time or whatever, or if you did something, the war paint disappeared, but still on the NPCs, and it stays on you as a player character as well. Unless you do the remove bracelet, obviously then that's different.
Sloughing fluid. or you die. Or replace it with another one.
Yeah.
Purge of were hyenas.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be funny? Purge of were hyenas. That would be carnage, definitely.
Angar Odu, Labs just wanted to let you know that as a way to say thanks for your support with my books. I have thanked you guys in the der.
Oh, you're welcome. It's not a problem. Happy to help. It's a way of saying thank you to you for supporting me, especially.
Labs, can you let Jenna know she is in there too?
Oh, of course I will. Of course I will. He's levelling up a bit quicker, this guy, because like I said, we are running an
That's amazing. See a smiling face with hearts.
XP booster event at the moment over this weekend, just for a bit of fun for new players on the server, kind of help people out a bit. See, I didn't even touch my left toggle then as I rolled, and yet I start running. Let's see, where are you up to? Oh, got his first perk.
Everyone smashed the like button, gently. Angar, it's the least I can do. Beaming face with smiling eyes.
So he got his first perk, and of course
That
it's in
so much.
armour, so he's got a bit of an armour boost. So he's levelling up pretty good, he's got some pretty decent HP on him, so up to now, pretty good. So if you just, even if you just get one, you just want him for a bit of fun and you end up losing them, or you just want one for decoration for your base, if you've got enough fangs. Is it 250 these guys are, I think? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Angar will tell you because he covered all of these. But if you've got enough, you just want one for a bit of fun or a bit of show.
You are most welcome, Odu.
Why not get one? Just for the funsies.
Yeah, 250.
Yep, thank you. Thought I remembered well. Thought I remembered.
Before the 15th of April.
Of course, yeah, before the 15th. Which is Monday. So you've not got long.
The generosity and kindness that exists in this community that revolves around Angar, Labs, Odu and others never ceases to amaze me.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Absolutely hit the nail on the head with that one. I've said it in the past, I'll say it again, it's almost like this was all meant to happen. It was all planned out. We were all meant to meet and then go on these journeys together. It was all planned, without us even knowing. But yeah,
Saluting face.
could not have said it any better myself. You're a wonderful bunch, each and every one of you. Giving up your time for a couple of hours for me on a Friday and watching my content.
People hugging people, hugging people, hugging people, hugging.
Watching Angar's content, turn up for his stream on a Sunday, watching Aldu's content, supporting him, supporting Bulwark with his content when he does it, and lots of other people. Kathy Ann with the books. It's, you know, it just shows you that there are some nice people out there in the world. It's not all total chaos and wrongness, you know. There are some nice people out there in the world. Yeah, Yogi Bear Jr. is still here. Slumming it out at the base. Next one is the dog. Can't wait to get them. They'll be excuse me, taking pride of place at the palace. They'll be the equivalent to what the Queen used to call over here as the Royal Corgi. They'll be the Royal Guard dog.
Richard E. Howard. I knew I was missing a major player. Full work too.
It's alright, I'm sure he'd understand. But yeah, like I said, we're all at different stages of our YouTube journey, and it's just so great, and we're so blessed, and I'm sure I speak for us all to say that we're so blessed and privileged and lucky to have each and every one of you, and the fact that we all come together as a big family, a big community like we do, supporting one another and helping each other out, you know, whether it's with tips and advice with videos or streams or things in game or just things in general. It's wonderful.
A great group of people, and Angelo too, winking face.
Oh, of
Who
course.
that dog?
Can't
The
forget
Exiles
Angelo.
family.
Yeah, can't forget Angelo, of course. Getting all his torches and his riptides and everything else like he does, and then rubbing it in everybody's face that he's already got 10 of them.
They
Bless
still
him.
need to add a guard pose.
But,
A
oh
Kanga
yeah.
rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I got,
Kind of
sorry.
weird when you think about it.
Caught my microphone then.
CE is not a kind and gentle game after all.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, a guard post like the archer posts, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Definitely. See, isn't it nice when you can have a nice palace in the desert and you can have a couple of your hired hands, shall we call them, keeping you cool with a nice fan. What more could you ask for? That's another wrong angle. But yeah, so if anybody missed it at the very beginning, this is what we started with.
Like the old nut about football and rugby.
And sat either side of me right now are of course got to be two of, if not my two favourite NPCs in the game. Good old
Look,
Delencia.
evidence, nothing in that noggin.
Good old Delencia as a
Face
fighter,
blowing a kiss.
and so she's on my right, so you're left, and then on my left, you're right, Miss Leah Neely, the Sumerian, tier 4 named Dancer, or Entertainer, who hits pretty good as well, but the funny thing is, if you take her out with Delencia, you won't know who's who, unless you look at them, because they both sound exactly the same, but that's the fun of it. So yeah, once again, you're all an absolutely amazing bunch, each and every one of you. So if anybody's got anything else that they would like to share before we say our farewells.
Curry time, sire or later folks.
Oh,
Have
well,
fun.
see, that's perfect timing, Ango. What flavour are you on tonight? Hope you enjoy. Thank you for being here and all your help again, kind sir, as always. Very much appreciated. Hope you enjoy the curry. We're thinking about you.
A Angar my leg.
And we'll catch you on Sunday.
Bean a slice. Have a great weekend. Bye Angar. See you Sunday.
So yeah, ups and downs with the update, I suppose. Hotfix came out Thursday, obviously. Yeah, probably isn't a surprise that it probably isn't as good as it could have been. Certainly things that still haven't been resolved that could have been resolved. Other issues that have arisen from other things, unfortunately, but it's the way it goes. Just for anybody that is interested, if you are on PS4 or PS5, if you don't already, if you are interested in a PvE server, the details are on the screen there at the bottom middle. Do feel free to join us and come hang out. You're more than welcome to join the server. We just have a few simple server rules that we just ask people to read at the welcome centre and just follow, and keeps it fair for everybody.
Thanks,
Then
lads. Bye everyone.
so do
Please take care. Have fun and see
do
you
check it
Sunday.
out.
XXXXXXXXXX.
And yeah, once again,
on
lovely
server
to
in
see.
May.
We are a couple of minutes off 9, but we're more or less up to date with everything I think now.
Thank you
So
and goodbye
once
to all.
again, thank you
Have a
every
great
single one of you for
weekend.
being here. Appreciate every single one of you. Think the world of you all, and I will see you either next week in a video or next Friday on our new playthrough, or on the server if you come on here. Failing that, I'll see you in chat in Angor stream on Sunday. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye for now.
Bye. Thumbs up.